I'm going to start this video by saying you are never, ever going to guess what we're doing today. You might because you saw the video thumbnail, but if you watch my channel, I don't think you'd sit here and go, you know what I think Clark's going to do today? What we're going to do. Okay? I thought it would be so fun. Here is the thing. I have been really inspired recently, especially by TikTok, especially by Red Note, to try more Chinese cooking. Especially because Lunar New Year is right around the corner. I personally don't celebrate Lunar New Year, but I thought it'd be a fun opportunity for us to learn about the food, to try some new things, and to also learn a bit about what it is. So I feel really honored that I'm going to get to try some of this stuff. And we are really we are not dipping a toe in the water. We are like diving, okay? And do you want to know why we're diving? Diving for this man. At least I think it's a man. Anyways, we got this flop here. You can look them in the eyes. We're going to cook a whole fish. This is a striped bass. We're doing whole fish. I'm going to wash my hands real quick. Hold on. It was honestly kind of a struggle to find Lunar New Year dishes with vegetables in them. I think a lot of Lunar New Year dishes revolve around meats, and from some of the videos I watched, some of the things that I was reading about when trying to plan this meal was, part of keeping it whole is like part of the symbolism of the Chinese New Year. So I think that is a good message, and I do occasionally eat fish. I'm not like pescatarian, but I'll eat sushi. That's about it. So I guess you could say I'm pescatarian, but I'd say like 90% of the time I'm vegetarian. So, and the whole fish just intrigues me. I've always wanted to try this. We kept it whole. It's not even cut down the center. It is descaled. I did check that so far. But we got a lot of work ahead of us, and we're going to do it together. So we're doing the whole fish, whole steamed fish. We're going to do a noodle dish, and then we are going to do scallion pancakes. So I thought that was like a good variety. I know we could do rice. I might do rice as a side if we want that with the fish, but I just didn't want to make too much food for just the two of us. And I just kind of wanted to give this a go. See how it goes. We can learn together. We can explore another culture together. And if y'all watching this have any tips or like fun facts about Lunar New Year that you think we should all know, please let us know. All right? But let's get into this because we got a lot ahead of us, okay? Let's go. I wore the red. Everyone said wear red and gold. These are like the symbols of the Chinese New Year. So I busted it out for you. This is the most red thing I have besides a dress that's kind of giving salsa a little bit. So we couldn't do that. But this is what I got for you. Okay. Let me tell you exactly what we're making. So I said scallion pancakes. Yes. We are also making, like I said, Chinese steamed whole fish. It's like Cantonese. I'm pressing buttons, y'all. Hang on. So we have that. And then we're making this thing, they're called longevity noodles. It's like lo mein, sort of. So I thought that was some of the things I was watching were talking about the different foods that are made and like the symbolism related to the Chinese New Year. Like they make the little dumplings, they make these like steamed rice balls, but usually they make whole duck, whole chicken, and so I was kind of just playing on that, sort of wanting to dip my toe in, but do something that I actually was gonna that was going to fit to my dietary restrictions and all that good stuff. So I think, because to my understanding, the lo mein and the scallion pancakes aren't going to take that long, I do think, unfortunately, first we are going to tackle this fish. Okay, let's get into her. All right, this shot, I'm sacrificing some height because this is one of those moments where we could really use an investment in a second camera, but this is a low budget operation at this point, okay? So until then, we're gonna have to get me and the fish in this because this is not a tutorial by any means, all right? This is a watch and observe. Because I am also following instructions for what to do with our friend here. Still got the guts inside, to my understanding. Okay, here's the other funny thing. The guy at the Whole Foods asked, so I got this at Whole Foods, right? The guy asked me he was like, "You want it whole?" And I was like, "Yup. Just give me the fish, okay?" And I think that's fun, you know? I can't tell if it's descaled or not. We're learning so much, okay? This says to use a serrated steak knife. We don't really have one of those, right? Normally, I have descaled a fish before. Yeah, okay. She's got some scales still on there. It looks pretty good, though. Because normally you just kind of like run, the knife along them. Okay, no, we gotta flick these off. You see what I'm doing? We're making a giant mess. That's what we're doing. So you the scales don't necessarily take off the skin, but they're like a really awful texture if you don't get them off. So they come up as these like little circles. If you have been around for my social media journey for quite some time, you will know that at one point on a social media, I did have a tutorial on how to fillet a fish that you caught. That's a different journey. That's a different life. We don't know that girl because guess what? Mama has no concept of what she's doing right now. This website where I'm following these instructions from is called The Walks of Life. I just think that's fun. You know, that's just fun. Okay, it says cut off any fins with kitchen shears. They're pretty tough, so be careful. Okay. Damn, they are. Holy shit. Sorry, bud. You know, is this really a lesson that I think we all need to learn? No, but like, am I learning? Abso-fucking-lutely. Ugh. It's like when you spatchcock a chicken, you know? I don't know why it's a little weirder to do it to a fish, but it's fine. Everything is fine. Oh, the big top one. Yeah, get that out. Okay, so we have all the fins off. I'm going to rinse it to see if I can get some more scales off now that I got the fins out of the way, because I can still feel some of them, and I feel like now that I got the fins off, I'll be able to get some more of these last little scales that were down here on the belly. But it's kind of hard to tell at this point because there's so much going on. Okay. We're going to rinse them off, and then I guess we're going to go indoors. I will say, if you are squeamish, don't do this, okay? Tip number 1, we're back. Now what? Look at the cavity and you should see the backbone. Oh God. Okay. At this point, these are bad instructions. And I'm allowed to say that because I have never filleted a fish on my own, but I have helped fillet a fish. And at this point, they should have given instructions on how to cut it. But they didn't. And that's what I'm a little concerned about. So, especially because we're keeping the head and I keep finding scales everywhere. We're definitely hitting stuff. I don't know what's happening with you, my guy. I think that's his gills. I never took an anatomy class, let alone a fish anatomy class, but that's what we're learning today. This is actually insane. Why did I choose to do this? It is baffling me. Oh, is this that? Okay. So, first of all, the cut I made, horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Not straight at all. They were talking about this like membrane thing. I'm kind of seeing that. And then the backbone's kind of down there. What is this? What are we doing? I think that should come out. This looks like the innards. Okay? Like, you know when you get your Thanksgiving turkey and they come with the extra stuff? That's what this downstairs part is looking like. Yeah, maybe that's like a little liver. Oh my God! This is so fucking weird. I regret this decision immensely. This is so fucking weird. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. This is insanity. You know, oh my God. You know, I'm just gonna say this. I had an ex-boyfriend who could do this like with his eyes closed, and I think that's really concerning now that I'm doing it myself. I am worried about what kind of person that is. I think I got all the stuff out that seems like it should never see the light of day. You know? That's the energy this is giving. I think all the extra stuff up there is related to the head, and I'm kind of hoping we can just let it be. I don't know. We've been digging around in this fish for a hot second, okay? The other thing is, I know that this is the backbone, but I imagine we're cooking it, obviously. Oh, okay. I got a good slice on her. Oh, shit. Okay, everyone. Okay, everyone. Things are thinging, okay? Things are moving. I'm also still so confused. This definitely feels like a kind of like membrane-esque thing to me. Can I also say, I'm doing this with nails on, and I think that says something about the type of person I am, you know? Ha 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 ha. It's working! Holy shit. Holy shit. There's definitely bones in there still, but I can only do so much, you know? Okay, backbone. Out. There's still a lot going on up in here, you know? You don't really think about the internal workings of a fish until you're all up in its business. You know what I mean? Okay, I need to check what I need to do next, and then we're going to circle back, okay? Were you prepared for that? Because I was not prepared for that. But we have fish without innards. I feel like a different person. I feel like I went to war and came back. She's seen some shit now, okay? Maybe this is why I'm vegetarian. I don't know. Okay, let's look at our next steps. Our next step says chew. Let's see. We're transferring it to a heat-proof plate for steaming. No salt, seasoning, or wine should be used on the fish before steaming. Okay, so now we're going to steam the fish. And they kind of like MacGyvered a little steaming apparatus because this fish, it's not huge, but it definitely needs like some space. So I think what we're going to do, because what we could do, we have a couple options, okay? We could try to just put it into a pan and lift it up off the pan so it's not on the pan, which I do have stuff to do that. But I just don't, it's not going to like actually lay nicely in the pan. But I think that's like the most temperature controlled option we have. The other option that we would have is to do something similar with like a casserole dish in the oven. But I don't feel that I will have enough control over the steam. So we're going to get this poor sucker here on the stove set up. This is for steaming in your Instant Pot. I think it'll just be enough to kind of hold the fish up, but we definitely need something with a lid. I have a bigger pot. This one, she's a little crusty, but this one is bigger, but we don't have a lid that covers it the whole way. And to create the steam, we are definitely going to want something that can hold the steam in and has a lid. So I'm going to start by putting some water in the bottom of this pot. I want to get it steaming before I put the fish in, mainly because I want to see if this is actually going to work. So we are going to bring this up to a boil, and we'll check back in when she's there. All right, we're definitely steaming at this point. You see that? All right. Now we're going to finagle our fish friend into this pot. Does he fit so graciously? No. Do I really care? Not so much. Okay? Alexa, set a timer for 9 minutes.
9 minutes. Starting now.
Okay, while this steams, I'm not going to take the lid off too much because I want to keep the steam in, but I don't want this water to dip down to where it's all gone, so I will keep an eye on it, just kind of tipping this up. If it needs more water, I'll add it and we'll steam it for a little bit longer. While this is happening, I am also bringing some water to a boil to start our longevity noodles. And our store, we don't have like an Asian grocery store nearby, so our grocery store had these. These are the noodles that I'm going to use. We'll see how they go. I think they'll be good, but this was kind of their only option. This is sort of our last little bit ingredient prep station. I am just going to really finely chop these scallions. They also said to separate the white part and the green part. So we are going to do that. You guys know I always have these on hand in my kitchen. I also don't know what part of this is considered the transition from the white to the green part. I would think it's like right here in the middle. So we'll just go with that. But yeah, we're just going to get a lot of these chopped up. Some of the other things it called for was ginger, soy sauce, It also called for some things that I made some substitutions with. Since this is my first time trying this, I did kind of want to more so lean on things that I already had in my own kitchen, but you definitely should try it with like the authentic recipe as well. I probably will be in the future. Also, like I said, we just don't have great access to a Asian cooking store, so they said I think it's called spiced soy sauce. I'm just using regular Trader Joe's. I'm using this. They wanted fresh ginger. I'm using this because I already had it on hand. They said cilantro. I'm thinking about using the parsley. I might skip out on it. The only other thing is that they called for white pepper. I want to get white pepper. It's kind of hard to find around here, so we're just going to use some black pepper. I know it definitely doesn't have the same flavor for substitution, but we're just going to roll with it, okay? Use what you got. Make it work. Same thing. They wanted canola oil. I'm using vegetable. We lean with it, rock with it. I would be so lying to y'all if I didn't say that I was nervous to look at this fish right now, because oh shit, it looks weird. Mama, that is not the same man that went in. Oh Lord have mercy. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Oh, look at that though. I think I'm gonna give her another minute or two. She is looking like something. It kind of looks cooked, but at this point I feel hesitant. I am worried. Did you see his eyeball? It's gone. That's crazy. Also, the next steps of this say we have to dump out the liquid and start cooking it in something else. So it will get cooked further. It's just to what extent can we do that, okay? Okay, I think we're done with the steaming portion. Now we are going to MacGyver this a little bit, okay? So, lid's coming off. The steaming debacle, she's got to go. Okay, now we got to figure out how to get our friend here out of this pot without completely disintegrating him. Oh my god, it's hot. Okay. Everyone calm down. What if we just, do you see the vision? Yeah. This is seeming like a good idea. Okay. Now, dumping out this liquid. Pan's back on. Now, we are going to do fish back in. Give her a little flip. Oh, she is looking odd. Looking a little weird on the other side, but okay. Okay. Now, in the pan, so worried the skin's going to stick on that side, but it's fine. We can only do so much in this world. Mix water, salt, sugar, and soy sauce. No, it says spread half the ginger and green portion of the scallion. Okay, so we're putting this over the fish now. Okay. You're here. I think I'm going to skip out on the parsley because I don't think it's really going to add anything at this point. I lied. It's in good shape. Let's just do it. That. And then it says 3 tablespoons of fresh ginger. So I'm going to do like 2 of I'm probably still going to do 3, let's be honest. I think she can probably use the help, Mama. Okay. Next, mixing stuff together. We're doing 1/4 cup of water, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 3/4 of a teaspoon of sugar. Okay. I'm gonna get out my teaspoon. We're gonna do sugar, a little bit of salt. How much soy sauce? 1/4 cup of soy sauce. You can't see this, but don't worry, I'm putting it together. And then I'm gonna put in a little bit of black pepper. Alright, so it said mix all of that together. Okay, this is confusing. So I didn't read the instructions well enough. We were supposed to take the fish out of this pan and do this, but guess what? We're doing it now. We're just gonna kind of do things over here and roll with her, okay? Y'all know what's happening. So we're gonna we've got our little mixture. We were only supposed to put half the ginger on the fish. So guess what? Now, you think I can get this out? No, she's definitely stuck at this point. So, she lives here now, okay? Heating that up, adding in this part of the scallions. And then, I don't want this too high. Alright. She's going in. Okay. So this is good at this point, I think. Now we're just going to let this heat through. Kind of spoon it over the fish like such. And Mama, she's done. Alright, we still got work to do. But she is indeed finished over here. Which is actually insane. At this point, the fish is done. Today is not the day for everything being the perfect temperature at the same time because we're learning, so we're doing one thing at a time. The fish I was just a little panicked about, and honestly, if it's overcooked, I would rather it be overcooked than undercooked at this point. That's just me. I know that kind of makes the bones a little weird too, but this is just an experiment. Fish is done. It's off the heat, but it's sitting in the pan with the lid on so it can stay warm. Boiling, you can't see it, but right here, where this wonderful little steam volcano is coming out, boiling the noodles for the longevity noodles, and then the recipe I have for making scallion pancakes says to use pizza dough. So I'm going to get out the pizza dough so we can also make lo mein and scallion pancakes probably at the same time. So let's try that. Alright, we're having like a regroup moment, okay? The noodles are done. They're done cooking for now. We have to finish those. This is like everything I used for the fish, right? We're just gonna like clean up. I know I need to cut more scallions at least, right? So that's something. We just need to like see what we need to do. Sesame oil, pizza dough, soy sauce, rice vinegar, canola oil. I will admit, like I said, I don't do a ton of Asian cooking, but things that I normally keep in my house are like soy sauce, rice vinegar, sesame oil. We have like hoisin. We have like gochujang. I know that's more Korean, but those are things that are like in my pantry as staples regardless, you know? We're basically going to roll out these So, okay, this is what it says. It says in a small bowl, mix the minced scallions with a tablespoon of sesame oil and salt. Cut the dough in half. On a work surface, roll out each piece of dough to a 10 by 6 inch rectangle. Spread the scallion mixture over the dough, leaving a half-inch border all around. Roll up each piece of dough and pinch to seal. Coil each roll of dough into a round and tuck the end under the coil. Are we going to re-roll them? Okay, yeah. So this is like to get everything incorporated. Okay. Let's do that. And then while they sit for 15 minutes, we will do the noodles. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. Okay, for this, I'm going to do just the tops of some scallions because I don't really want the whites in this. And then I have more that can regrow anyways. Okay. We're going to mince these up real good. And then we're doing salt and sesame oil. And then, but this is for half a pound of pizza dough. How much is in here? This just says 1 weight count. But then it says in-store unit price $3.62 a pound, and this was $4.99. So we don't need nearly all of this. Ah! Don't move. Y'all ever got that problem that you got a big booty and you just walk into your camera? 'Cause same. So, since I'm not going to do all of this pizza dough, I actually just so happened to have this on hand because Aaron and I are doing pizza night. So, I'm actually just going to rip off some pieces. This is also like definitely could have been used already. How much does it say? It says roll it out to a 10 by 6 inch rectangle. Oh, mama. If you think I'm getting out a rolling pin, you are terribly, terribly mistaken. 10 by 6 never looks so good, just stretched out. Okay, so we're going to put this in here with about a tablespoon of this and some salt. Salt. Okay. And then it says spread over the dough, but not to the edges. Okay. Is that enough? I have no idea. Okay. Then it says starting on the long edge, right? So that would make me think from here. We're rolling. And then it says tuck it under. Coil each roll of dough into a round. Like this? This is what I'm getting. Oh. Ooh, we're getting seepage. Ooh, no, we need them to lock in. Lock in, little doughs. Okay, now. No, no, no. No, no, no. I need you to lock in. Alright? Lock in. Locked in. Alright, let's do it again. I'm probably gonna do like, I don't know, maybe 4, since there's just 2 of us. Again, is this a perfect recipe? No, is this even good? Well, the recipe's good, is my execution is the problem here. Okay, locked in edge. Yes. Coiled up on here. Boom. Next one. I actually think I might only do 3, mainly because these are kind of big and we already have a lot to eat. That's really my only hesitation with making a ton of these. And this is like the perfect amount of scallion mixture for 3. So that's what we're going to do. 3 little scallion balls. We're supposed to let those sit for 15 minutes. So while those are chilling, let's go make our noodles. Okay, at this point, we are mixing sauce for the noodles. Okay? That's what we're doing. Starch. We are doing 1/4 cup of veggie stock, which I think I have in the fridge. Yes. All right. Quarter cup of veggie stock, a tablespoon of soy sauce plus a 1/2 teaspoon of light sauce. Okay. Well, I'm just going to do like a hefty tablespoon of regular. 1/2 teaspoon of sesame oil. And that is our little set aside mixture. 1/2 teaspoon, right? Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Then, now we move over to the stove. Let's go. Okay. We're at the stove. We need to put, it says to do peanut oil. Again, no peanut oil. I'm gonna do vegetable oil. Tablespoon. Alright, get that heat going. Tablespoon of oil in here. Ginger, snow peas. It also said to put water chestnuts in here. I don't love water chestnuts, so we also ex-nayed those. But I do have the peas. Until simmering and fragrant. Add ginger. Add snow peas. Add sauce. Okay, cool. So, while this heats up, I'm going to prep the snow peas. They're good. They just need to come out of the bag. And then I'm going to cut up some onion. Maybe a little... I think I'm just going to put some onion in this too. That's it. This is our white people wok, okay? Also, definitely would love to have a wok, but in an apartment, not super tangible, okay? Oh shoot, I want the edges off of these. I'm just going to break off the ends before I put them in here. I'm not going to lie, I just almost had a moment where I threw the end into the pan instead of into the sink with the garbage disposal, and you know what, that really wouldn't shock me if I did that, but that's okay. Ah! Would it be a video if I didn't drop something on the floor? Because there are a lot of noodles here. I just don't want it to feel like there's not enough veggies, because honestly, that's like always my biggest gripe with like lo mein kind of style noodles. Okay. She's in. Let's let her have her moment, okay? Just gonna add in a little bit of ginger, and then I'm gonna pop our sauce mixture on. Amazing. Look at her. She's gorgeous. Okay. Gonna bring her to a boil. And while we do that, let's swap out some stuff. Okay? Okay, we're in the final stretch. We're gonna roll out our scallion pancakes. I don't want to use my rolling pin for this, but I think I'm going to have to. Because I think they're just gonna be too oily if I don't. Because they're already like, look. They're like seeping. And not like seeping, you know? So I think I'm gonna like kind of give them a little twist, a little kneady moment. Get it really incorporated. And then, here, I'll bring you down. I'm just gonna, look at the little ball. I'm just gonna roll it. Yeah, I feel like it's like exploding out of the dough. Oh, sorry. You come here. Let's see. They keep shrinking back down, but we're gonna work our way out and get it in the pan. I think that's gonna be our end game here, alright? Cool. Our noodles are also done. We're going to attempt to keep these nice and thin and stretched out. We will see how she goes. That one's really thick. Oopsies. Oh, and she's sticking, mama. We're learning. Why do they look like that? You would think they wouldn't. But yet, here we are somehow. Do I have any idea when to flip these? Absolutely not. They're definitely not thin like they're supposed to be. Okay. Oh, girl. Yes. Trust the process, mama. Okay, pop off. They definitely feel like they should be thinner, but they look good. Okay? Holy man. Alright, y'all. I'm just gonna finish these up. I just put a little vegetable oil in the pan and tried to get them as flat as possible. As you can see, they're nice and crisped up, but then everything else is ready. So let me show you what we got going on. Well, I'll meet you at the table, and then we'll show you what we got going on. Say something.
Pineapple.
Okay, we've made it. There's food. You've seen it. Now we're gonna try it. Am I nervous about this fish? Abso-fucking-lutely. But it looks cooked. No fucking joke. Looks cooked. It looks saucy. I don't know. I'm really nervous, guys.
I'm gonna go with the noodles first.
No, you need to eat this. What on earth? Who did this? Y'all can't even see it. This is so, like, flaky.
That's really good.
Tell me that's not good. What the heck?
That's good. Let's try the noodles.
Oh my god. What on earth It's like soft. It's so soft.
I like the noodles too.
I'm so bamboozled by the fact that this fish came out like that. Wow. Wow. I was going to say, be cautious of bones. You just went right in there for that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. This is giving. Well, I think
Have a pancake.
you can get
Thank you.
our consensus. You know,
It's good.
yeah. What are we giving it for a first try? Honestly, I'm giving it like a 9.
Yeah, I'll go 8. It was good.
Like,
Put it in there.
do I? Oh, yeah. See, we didn't make the dipping sauce because you can dip it in the fish. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that's it for this video, everyone. Thank you so much for learning along with us. Please give me any feedback you seek necessary about this, or other things that you want us to try, because let me tell you, I think we're getting the hang of this thing.
We are. Or you are.
I was gonna say, you're just eating it. All right. We will see you at the table next time. Bye, everyone.